From each happily ever after, every wish upon a star. Let's break down the movies that shaped who we are. From memory lane to now and everything in between. The most famous of films to the ones we've never seen. Decade by decade, all the times we laughed and cried. And with a little pixie dust, they will all take flight. Reliving the feelings, and we're trying our very best. And if they mean the same to you, please be our guest. So hop aboard, we would love to have you as we hang with a certain mouth, the whole gang too. If you love nostalgia stuff, we hope this does the trick. Thanks for joining us as we deep dive the magic.
Hi, and welcome back to the Deep Diving the Magic podcast. I'm KJ.
And I am Jeffrey, and we are back today with the 159th Disney feature-length film from May the 6th of the year 1984. That is right, we have made it to the year 1984 on our watch-alongs. It is a film called Gone Are the Days. Days spelled D-A-Y-E-S. Gone Are the Days, besides being the 159th film, is the second Disney Channel film. Second one in a row that we've watched, and it's the second film. Which just starts off with a synopsis about the first film of the year 1984.
After the Day family witnesses a gang shooting in a Japanese restaurant, the police persuade them to testify against mobster Delgado. Detective Mitchell gets the job to hide the four until the trial. But how will he keep the two nervous adults and their two teenagers under control?
Well, how will they?
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. So, thoughts about the second Disney Channel film?
I had never heard of it,
Shocking.
and I didn't really have any expectations going into it
Okay.
because I had never really heard of it. So, and I also didn't know what it was about. So, at times it was very confusing.
Yeah, I think it was quite confusing.
And a lot of the things, like this whole movie could have been avoided had,
Could have been email.
yeah,
Yeah, this whole movie could have
Pretty
been avoided for sure
the mom wouldn't have been like,
if she wasn't so into eating Chinese food that day.
well, she was just definitely wanting to get served in a public place. She felt like she had rights, and
You know what? Why don't we just dive right in?
they were not going into that.
Let's just dive right in.
Okay.
Anything you want to say about the synopsis, like of what happened in the film, besides that she forced their way into eating at a restaurant, even though the guy didn't want to serve them, and then they witnessed the shooting, and go ahead.
Yeah, so there's a family of four, two teenagers and a parent couple. They go into a Japanese restaurant, and the guy's like, "Oh, we're closed," and the lady's like, "Well, that's not what your sign
It
says."
says open till 10.
And he's like, "Oh, yes, it's a private event. Sorry, come back and eat another time." And she's like, "Well, it's not really what your sign says." And the dad's like, "Oh, we'll just go." And the kids and the dad are turning around, they're leaving, and then the mom's like, "No, we're not leaving." And she's like, "It's a public place, they have to serve us." So she talks the entire family into turning back around and going to sit down at a table. So then the guy sees this and he's like telling the waiter, "Quickly serve them, get them out of here quick. I mean, like 5 minutes." And it was like the quickest you have ever seen them get
They got
served
their
in a
food for free,
restaurant
too.
ever. And they brought out the bill, and the mom's like, "Excuse me, we're not going to pay for rice because we didn't eat any rice." And then the guy was like, "Well, you don't have to pay for anything. Just please get out of here." And he rips up their bill. And before they can leave, mobsters come in and start shooting people. But they were witnesses, which made me confused. Like, did the guy know something was going to happen?
We must have.
Or I don't
You
know.
must have.
Um, I don't know. It was quite the ordeal, I guess. So then the police get there, they start taking statements, and the dad doesn't want to talk, and the guy's like, well, I mean, this Delgado guy is going to kill you and your family unless you testify. And he goes, but if we don't testify, he won't kill us. And they're like, no, he'll probably kill you because you may testify.
It's true.
And they're like, you may as well testify so that way you can get him locked up and then not have to worry about it. So they're like, okay. So then they get put in witness protection. And basically, they get moved around from location to location because one of them will do something stupid that gets some kind of like national coverage and blows their cover. And then this poor Detective Mitchell comes in and has to find them again and move them to another place.
Somewhere in New York.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Los Angeles.
Somewhere in Colorado. Somewhere in Michigan? Was it Michigan? Or Wyoming? I don't know. They went to all sorts of different places. And then at one point, in one of the places, they almost get caught by the mobsters and they shoot up the house. And the guy has them in another building and he tells them, they're like, well, how do you know where we're at? And he goes, oh, this is one of the old things that they used to use for the Underground Railroad. They're like, oh, do we have to walk all the way to Georgia? No, I got a helicopter that's going to meet us. I thought, really, people? Really? Anyway, so basically shenanigan after shenanigan of, I don't know, like the boy broke his arm one time. The mom started like a protest that got national coverage. The dad, when the boy broke his arm, used their actual real names, which he should have never done. I feel like the dad blew the cover for something. I don't know. There were several weird things, and eventually, I forgot exactly what happened, but somehow, oh, the mobsters, I guess, find out where they're at and use an ice cream truck to kidnap the boy. The boy gets kidnapped, and then they use him as their leverage. And he's like, "Listen, I'll trade you back your son for my brother, and don't bring any cops if you want to see your son alive." So the dad shows up, and he's got the guy's brother. They do swapsies, but then the guy tells him, nope, still gonna keep your son for leverage because he's the only thing I have. So sorry. After he takes his brother and they start driving away. Somehow the dad ends up in the back of the truck. He is like choking out the other brother and that's driving, and the police actually were there in a helicopter. They dumped something on the truck that was like an oily something that went all over the windshield and start shooting at the mobsters. They arrest them, and then in the next scene, the dad tells the police officer, sorry, we didn't get Delgado, which I guess is their dad. And he was like, oh no, we've got enough with these two and what they just pulled that we can get him indicted. So it's pretty much a done deal. And then that was pretty much the end of the film.
Pretty much a done deal.
Do you have anything else to add to it?
Would you have watched shows on TV in the year 1984 before you were born?
I guess it would have had to depend on what I was doing. It was very confusing. It was one of those that you had to actually sit there and watch or you would get lost.
Especially with commercial breaks.
So that would have been difficult. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the best. IMDb rated it a 6.1 out of 10. I locked it in at a 6. I felt it was a little bit over mid, but not quite too far.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as the first Disney Channel film that we watched last time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. I'll never have to watch it again, but you can watch it with this podcast.
Yeah. It definitely did not channel its way onto my list. So
So then, what is your list upon a star from the number 10 to the number 1 with the numbers next to the announcements?
my list upon a star, I did not pull it up, I'm sorry. Is The Strongest Man in the World
At number 10.
at number, yes, where you want me to start, right?
Mhm.
Number 10. All right. So, The Strongest Man in the World, correct me if I'm wrong, the Apple Dumpling Gang?
Mhm.
The Apple Dumpling Gang rides again.
Is number 8.
Yeah, oh yeah, because I'm going backwards. Um, the Apple Dumpling Gang rides again. Obviously, I don't know them off the top of my head. Dumbo,
Is number 7.
Sleeping Beauty,
It's number 6.
The Parent Trap,
It's number 5.
The Fox and the
It's
Hound,
number 4.
Tex,
It's number 3.
101
It's
Dalmatians,
number 2.
and The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Is number 1.
We
This
made it.
movie was not good enough to knock The Strongest Man of the world off your list. But my list upon a star is also saying the same, which is number 10, Pete's Dragon, still holding on at number 10. Number 9, Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Number 8, Alice in Wonderland. Number 7, Fox and the Hound. Number 6, Robin Hood. Number 5, Peter Pan. Number 4, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And number 3, Mary Poppins. Number 2, The Rescuers. And number 1, 101 Dalmatians still, which will go somewhere around here. But yeah, we are very actively in the year 1984. We are cruising through the 80s. And we are cruising through the 80s so fast that the next film we watch is the last film from the year 1984. So the last film, not only is it the last film of the year 1984, it is also film number 160. We have made it 160 Disney feature lengths, 160 deep dives, 160 times hanging out with you. For the final film of 1984, it's another Disney Channel film. It is called Love Leads the Way. Clearly, Disney poured their attention into the Disney Channel in the year 1984 with the two films. Love Leads the Way is our next film. But before we get there, you can hang out with us. We are on Instagram, Deep Dive in the Magic. Come say hello. We are on Spotify and YouTube, Deep Dive in the Magic, where you can see all of this happen. See all of our hard work. Thank you for your likes, comments, shares, ratings, all the wonderful things. It really does mean a lot. So keep telling people to come hang out with us and enjoy the deep dive of all these lovely Disney films. And if you want to write to us, we would love to hear from you. Thank you for those that have. Deep diving the magic pod at gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. But until then, we will see you next time for the final film of 1984. And it's number 160. Love Leads the Way.
Thanks for deep diving the magic.
Bye.
Bye.